What's up, everybody? What's up, YouTube? Dom from the Game Looters here. Rune Factory 4 is finally on the Nintendo Switch. We finally got a special edition remake for it. And if you're like me, you are probably a noob to the game. If you are, this video is for you. Today we're going to be talking about 10 tips that's going to help you in your Rune Factory RPG farming waifu hunting experience. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you like. Let's go ahead and get into the tips. Alright, so tip number 1, guys. At the beginning of the game, you're immediately going to be introduced to the actual farm of your game. And when you're introduced to the farm, you're going to be asked to clean it up. Now, if you notice, during this time, when the actual beginning of the game starts, you're going to notice that time actually stops. You're going to be introduced and be asked to clean up the farm. Now, you can either do one of two things. You can spend no time doing this, or you can do exactly what I did, and which is what I recommend that you do, and that is clean up this area completely. You're going to want to go ahead and till all of the ground. That way it's prepared fresh for seeds that you're going to be able to plant later. You're going to want to be able to take and move everything that you can and go ahead and put it into your item box so that way you can ship it out and you can start getting money. Now, the box is picked up at around 8 a.m. each and every day, so you want to make sure that you have everything in the box that you want to sell later on, so that way you can make money. But in the beginning, the clock is going to be stopped at 8, so you can spend as much time learning and getting familiar with what you're going to be doing going forward, and getting all your grounds ready to be able to make those sweet, sweet farming experiences, much like turnips. You're going to be turning up in this game, is what I'm trying to tell you. So this is the pro starter tip. Number 2, make sure that you use the sickle. The sickle you're going to get kind of in the first couple hours of the game, and you're going to want to make sure that this is your friend and you learn exactly what it does. If you want to go ahead and get the best premium seeds that you can, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and chop down the ready-to-harvest crops. Now, you might be asking, Don, what do you mean? Don't I want to collect the crops? And no, you don't. You want to go ahead and use the sickle on the ready-to-harvest crops. By doing this, you are going to be able to get more premium seeds. Yes, that means you're going to be able to plant better stuff than you would be able to initially without spending big money or without stumbling upon them randomly throughout your adventure. Number 3, if you're like me, planting seeds can be a little bit of a pain in the butt and a little bit cumbersome, and in the beginning of the game, it might be a little hard to figure out how exactly to go about doing it, and it can feel really time-consuming. That is okay. Here's a tip for you. You're going to want to go ahead and press and hold down B. You will see a green aura surrounding you, and you can spread the seeds to all available areas that you have already gone and tilled. So if you've tilled 4 spots, you can go ahead and spread all your seeds, if you have enough available for those 4 spots, all at once by holding B with the green aura surrounding you. Number 4, relationships. One of the mainstays of the game. In this game, you are not going to want to forget to build your relationships with everybody in the town. The cool thing is there's only about a dozen people in the town, so you can easily make sure that you build relationships with each and every one of them. To further your relationship, you're going to want to make sure that you can go ahead and talk to them frequently and do what they want, because you're going to want to get it up, because you're going to want to be able to invite them out to adventures and be able to build your relationship level with them. So when you see somebody with like a yellow dialogue box, that means they're ready to talk to you. So go ahead and talk to them to further your relationship with each of those people. Number 5, this brings me right into number 5. When you are chatting with somebody, you can actually push L and R. If you ever notice that little bubble box that's there, when you push L and R, you are going to be able to get additional dialogue options like confessing your love. I don't know if you're like me, but I went and tested it out with every potential waifu in the town, and I said, I love you. And a lot of them did not reciprocate, but that's okay because I am not ready for them to anyways. But you can go ahead and see different dialogue options, and this is how you invite them out to adventures with you as well. And please make sure that you do. I messed up in the beginning. I went almost solo for about like 4 or 5 hours, and then I finally figured out this mechanic, and I was able to go ahead and invite someone out to come out adventure with me to take on a boss that was giving me a real hard trouble. So don't be like me. Make sure that you use that additional dialogue and invite everybody out on an adventure with you if you're unsure if they are where they need to be yet. And just so you know, to invite somebody, they need to be level 3. That way you can go ahead and invite them on an adventure with you, and you want to do that often to build your relationship with them. Number 6, talking about things I didn't find out till later in the game. You're going to want to make sure that you bathe often. There is a sauna that you may have stumbled upon when you're kind of investigating the town, and when you get back from an adventure, sometimes you don't necessarily want to go immediately to sleep, but you might feel like that's the only way you're going to be able to restore your HP and RP. This is not true. You can go ahead and hit the sauna, and you can go ahead and bathe, and it'll return your energy and refill your HP and RP gauge. This is a pro tip. Make sure you do this often because some days are really important and you don't want them to end. Number 7, be like me. This time I do want you to be like me. Check freaking everything, guys. Be a collector, be a hoarder. Check everything. Everywhere that you go in town, make sure that you check. If you see a vase, check it. If you see something flashing, check it. See a bookcase, check it. You want to make sure that you check everything in the world because you're going to be able to find different items to be able to eat, to be able to maintain, to be able to attach to your character, to do a specific thing, to be able to restore your HP and RP later in a pinch, or something that's going to be additive that will increase your statistics. So make sure that you check everywhere, especially like earlier we talked about premium seeds. Sometimes you can even stumble upon them. Number 8, this is going to be easy, but really, check your mail daily. Go ahead and talk to your box daily right by your room, outside of your room, and you're going to want to make sure that you do everything that it asks you to do. This is free leveling, and a lot of times it's so easy. Like, hey, here's a turnip. Go deliver this to somebody. You don't even have to go plant or find the turnip or harvest it. They just give it to you and you go on. There's also how you get your initial toolbox and how you get the box to store items. You're going to want to make sure that you do this constantly, especially in the beginning hours of the game, but throughout your whole adventure. Number 9. If you forget where you are, and you might do this if you're like me, I'm juggling about 4 or 5 different games at any given time on different platforms, so sometimes when I get back to the game, like, what the heck was I doing? Well, this game makes it real easy. Immediately, if you're unaware of what you're doing, head to your room, go to the save point, the little book where you're about to save, and if you hit the book, it'll tell you exactly what you're going to do. It'll say go to the cave, it'll say go to this, go to this place, go to that place. It'll say exactly what the last thing that you're doing in, which is in your main mission log. This can be extremely helpful to point you back in the right direction. Number 10, the final tip for today. Do you want a waifu for lifeu? Yeah, you do. We know you do. If you are after that perfect waifu or husbando, then you want to make sure that whatever you do, you want to make sure that you are able to date and or marry the perfect waifu or husbando you've been having your eyes on. How you want to be able to do this is, like I said earlier in the other tips, but maybe I didn't drill it home, make sure you invite that person daily to go on an adventure with you. This will raise your relationship level, and also make sure that you give them gifts daily. A lot of people in the town are going to like different things. So if you, let's say you like Margaret and you want to go ahead and give her flowers or something like that, then you want to make sure that you are able to give them gifts daily to raise your relationship level. This will help you out tremendously with making sure that you get your waifu or husbando for lifeu. Guys, that has been the 10 tips for Rune Factory 4. I really hope that this helped you out. If it did, make sure you guys throw us a subscribe. Make sure you throw us a like. We stream 5 days a week, so come hang out with us each and every day at 8:30. That is MST or PST, so make sure you check your time zones. And if you want to see more videos just like this, go ahead and hit the video on the screen right now. Another awesome game on the Switch is Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE Encore, and I'm going to tell you 5 reasons why you need to play that. Guys, this has been Dom from the Game Looters. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.